Well, time now for a look at what happened in politics today.
Generation Afro-Canadian, I only need to go back one generation to find a time when people that looked like us were barred from certain educational professions and educational professions and pursuits simply because of what we look like. As Canadians, we thought that those days of blatant discrimination were behind us. But I'm sad to say that because of Bill 21, we are right back to those dark days.
The National Council of Canadian Muslims spoke in front of the Supreme Court this morning after filing a motion to appeal Quebec's Bill 21. The group is calling on the Supreme Court to overturn a lower court decision that upheld the law and the Quebec government's preemptive use of the notwithstanding clause. The law prevents public servants in positions of authority in Quebec from wearing religious symbols, including hijabs, crucifixes, and yarmulkes. The Canadian government has said it would argue against the law when it came to the Supreme Court.
Nuclear is not green. And the risk of the contamination when you mine uranium. And all you have to do is go ask our sisters and brothers of the Navajo Nation and the continued despair that they have to live.
Indigenous leaders joined by Green leader Elizabeth May spoke on the Hill today, voicing their concerns over the government's plan to expand Canada's nuclear energy footprint. They say the government has not properly consulted Indigenous communities on plans to build modular reactors, nor on plans to transport, store, and dispose of nuclear waste on Indigenous territory. It's a move that the leaders argue violates their rights under the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples. And former Conservative MP Kenny Chiu appeared at the House Ethics Committee this morning, testifying on his experiences with misinformation and disinformation. Chiu alleges that he and the Conservative Party, as well as Chinese Canadians, were targeted by a campaign from the People's Republic of China. Chiu says it happened in the 2021 campaign, which he lost to his Liberal opponent.
It seeks to sow discord, erode trust, and undermine the foundations of truth. In the crucible of Canada's electoral process, truth and deceptions collided, leaving lasting scars on our democracy.
Chiu previously testified on the alleged disinformation campaign at the public inquiry into foreign interference earlier this year. An interim report from that commission is expected later this week.